Yeah, kind of, like you said, man.
Kind of like your history and their history ain't the same history.
Right.
And the times where they did coincide, it was either you ruling over them or them trying to destroy you.
That's right. And they try to make it seem like they was something and all that. Man.
Kind
You know.
like they've been the nice guys
Yeah,
throughout the history.
kind.
Like again, like I'm gonna bring out like I brought out last time, how they switching the history books now, trying to say that there were that what happened for Thanksgiving is not what happened with Thanksgiving. Like the land, this land wasn't taken from them, from the Native Americans or the Gadites and Reuben and them, and like everything was cool. And we just peace treaties was here and there.
Right.
We asked them to move over here, and they did. Like hundreds of people, hundreds of thousands of people wasn't getting slaughtered.
Yeah.
Like they didn't send diseases all throughout our people.
Yeah. Well, that's the so-called white man being a devil, man. Being a devil that he is.
Nah, you trying to switch history like all through history we was okay.
Yeah, but that's what they do, you know.
Nah.
That's exactly what they done. And when we call the so-called white man a devil, that's the reason why.
Right.
Because he deceived the whole world, man.
That's right.
You know? What else does the word devil mean? It means deceiver. Alright? So that's why we call him a devil. Like the brother just said, man, now they're trying to go back. They've been went back in history and tamper with everything. You know? Tamper with the history to make it seem like and put up all their images and all that.
Yeah.
Alright?
It's like they updating it now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
They've been telling you lies about history. Right. It's just that people my age or around my age know what happened to the Native Americans.
Exactly.
But in school today, it's like they redoing it again and telling it like all these battles and wars wasn't going on.
Well, that's because this truth is out here, man. You know? That's because this truth is out here, and it's messing up their whole everything. Man. You want to sit down? Get some on my bag. You want to sit on my bag? You almost done, bro. Now you can sit on it. You don't have to sit on the back. Yeah, man. I get him more props than a lot of these niggas out here, man. But the young boy came out here and he's still out here.
God.
Like I said, he could have been doing anything, man. You know, but the Lord sees that, man.
Right.
You know, but you got dudes that's our age and older, man, that still want to do what they want to do, and it was his choice to come out here.
God.
You know?
I definitely did. I only asked you once.
Yeah,
you want to go
man,
me?
I'm out.
He said, yeah.
He probably anything better than being around these women.
God, like, he was
you know? But yeah, so they changed a lot of history, and like I said, it goes back to the Renaissance era, man. You know, that's where it started at. But that, as a matter of fact, that's why it talks about them being a forger of lies, man. You know? So I'm trying to go on this point. Matter of fact, grab second natural. Yeah, got it. Grab second natural 6, starting verse 8. And then I'm end it with Esau on this, man. You know? Because everybody always be like, yo, the end of the world is coming and all that. Well, this is going to tell you what the end of the world is, man. Second Ezra 6 and 9. No, Salakia, start verse 8. That's everybody so worried about the end of the world and all that, you know?
From the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
That's right. So it's a significance to that word.
For Esau is the end of the world.
Damn.
And Jacob is the beginning of it.
That's right.
That followeth.
That's right. So there go your end of the world right there, man. When Yahweh Shai died on that cross, man, that was the start of the ending for Esau, man. You know? That was the start of the ending for Esau. You know? So Esau is the end of the world, man. Read that one more time. Walk. Like, man. If he knew he was, he'd be like, damn, Esau motherfucker.
Right.
You know?
God.
We about to shit. But see, then that's crazy because that.
But that's how it is. That show you like what it is. Like
he looks like a nigga that fits the description. And they talk about it wasn't no racial profiling and all that, man. You know? But let a so-called white man, like they couldn't even handle that. Like a brother had texted me today, man. He was like, it's crazy. He's like, Esau admitted that he couldn't go through the same thing that we go through, man. But and that goes back to Genesis 25 and I believe it's 23, where it says one is stronger than the other, man.
That's right.
Esau can't take the same thing that we go through, man.
No, not at all.
You know? Matter of fact, grab read that one more time. But guess what? Because Esau, the so-called white man, guess what? Y'all time is coming where the curses is coming off Israel, man. All right? So you so-called white people, y'all got hell to pay, man.
That's right.
All right? You so-called white people got hell to pay. And it's already written, man. So it ain't no getting away around it. Just like the dude asked me at my job today, he's like, what if I was an Edomite? I said, man, that's fucked up. If you was, man.
Waiting on the
why would you want to be an Edomite? First of all, you waiting to die here in America. Then when you come back, reincarnated, you coming back as a slave.
This truth was the first thing that told me that I wasn't something that I didn't want to be.
Okay. Like, cause like what us being like dark skinned in this country, man.
It was always
and it's crazy because it ain't just you could tell it's a difference between the Israelites and the Hamites, man. You know? Because us, like Esau looked down on us, man. Hamites look down on you, man. You know? So it's a difference there, man. You know, like the niggas in America, man. They don't treat the Africans like that, the so-called Africans, they call you African American and all that, man. And the so-called Africans are supposed to be purer than we are, because they came right from over there. So that's how you know that's a lie in itself, man. We don't even move like no damn Africans, man. You know? So yeah, read that one more time.
From the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, and verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, then Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That's right. So Esau's the end of the world, man. All right. How is Esau the end of the world? Because they're destroying it, man. They destroyed it. They destroyed the whole earth, man. That's right. You know. That's why Esau, the so-called white man, is known as the waster, man. Which I like to bring that out a lot too. And that's another characteristic of the so-called white man. That's right. You know? And another thing on top of that, proof that Esau is the end of the world, you didn't hear nothing about none of this catastrophic stuff before they came into power. Okay. The further you go back, the less power they have, the more power we have. Okay. And the further you go back, the healthier the world is. And now all you hear about is global warming, wars, nuclear wars at that. You know what I'm saying? World wars, world nuclear wars, destruction over everything. Right. Even personal things was like how they say, how you was talking about sodomy, it got out of control when they got into power. Their spirit is wicked and it's destructive. That's why I say in Jeremiah, it said they see the spoil. It says see the spoil. They come at night. It said it's see the spoil. You know? But yo, grab Genesis 30 and 7 on the side. Deuteronomy 30 and 7.
I hate motherfuckers like that. Crazy as shit, man.
30 and something.
Because like the brother just said, Esau's the end of the world. But all those curses that apply in Deuteronomy 28th chapter, from the 15th verse on down to 68th verse, all those curses that the Lord put on us, they're about to be lifted up off us, man.
That's right.
You know? And then guess who they're going to be put on? The so-called white man. All right? Go ahead, you can read that, man. Because this what the so-called white man has to look forward to, man.
That's right. From the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 7. And the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
Damn.
And on them that hate thee.
Yo, you see that right there, man?
Which persecuted thee.
That's right. So who persecuted us, man? Who persecuted the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man? The people on the side, man.
God.
Who persecuted us, man? You know? The so-called white man. And then all the other nations that want to be in. That's why, yo, that's how you know you got enemies, man. You Israelites have enemies. The people on the side have enemies, man.
That's right.
Which one common enemy is the so-called white man, right? But our people don't want to believe that.
Love him too much.
And guess what? What's the old saying? Keep your friends closer, your enemies closer. So what Esau do to you niggas, man? He keep you close. Let you work around him. He got that short leash on, like, you know what, man?
He'll let you get the business, but he'll make you work there.
Cut. Like, I still got this nigga. You know?
He will let you fill the boxes, but he'll make you move them.
Yeah, cut. Exactly. Yeah, cut. You know? Like, you still working for him.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your enemy, man. And yo, and that's a devil in itself. Tell you that you, as long as you do hard work in this society, you can grow up to be whatever you want. You can grow up to be the president of the United States and all that. That's a goddamn lie right there, man. You know? They should just tell you, man, as long as you be a freak and you sell out, you do the biggest sellout, then you can be whatever you want. And then, if you're an Israelite, you still can't be whatever you want.
But if you're the niggas that been around, you know what I'm saying?
No matter how hard you sell out and all that, you still messed up. But guess what? That's how you know that's your enemy. That's and right. Like I said, those curses, the Lord's going to put on them, man. So all that high blood pressure, all them different diseases, yo, the Lord going to give y'all all that, man. You know? All that. And yo, that's like one thing, like that heroin epidemic, that's a curse of the Most High, man.
That's right.
On Esau ass. Because them crackers, they start dying, man. Them Edomites, man, they start dying. And yo, then once all of a sudden Edomites start dying in a great amount, then it became an epidemic.
An opioid.
Yeah, kind of. Opioid epidemic. That's it. Kind of. You know?
Opioids wasn't killing niggas.
Kind of, exactly.
It was killing
Edomites. No, I was killing niggas.
No, it was killing niggas,
but they wasn't worried
about it. The Edomites was hooked on them more, though.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Because, yo, Esau like to go hard for this shit. You know? But soon, yo, man, but once the Edomites start dying, them so-called white people, there you go. Oh, it's a big problem. You know?
It's funny. The times we call it epidemic, it's not serious until they call it epidemic.
Right.
You know? I don't know,
I swear, man. Matter of fact, grab Psalms 37 and 5. Matter of fact, we're going to end it on this, man. Because this is another thing they were talking about as well. What you going to do? You know? You going to fight back, you going to do this. And yo, it was crazy because when I was talking to the one dude at the job, he got a phone call and underneath it said Russian. There was a Russian number calling his phone. I'm looking like, oh, he showed it to him. I'm like, damn, that's crazy, man. You know? That's crazy. In the middle of him talking to me, while he asked me questions, and it seemed like